Transformation audiobook written by Kelli Kolev. Chapter 1. Continued. His truth does not age or adjust a culture for true transformation, because he is the source of change. Everything in creation shifts when he steps in. The God that transforms prisoners into prophets. The same Spirit who hovered over creation in Genesis 1 hovers now over your chaos. The same voice that called Lazarus out of the grave still calls the dead hearts into life. The same fire that fell on Elijah can fall on you. This isn't history, it's invitation. But you may wonder, how does the unchanging God meet me in my ever-changing mess? That's exactly the context Jesus stepped into. When he came, Israel had spent centuries in silence. Their history was full of cycles: sign, exile, return, and repeat. They knew about God's power, but many had not seen it firsthand. Religion had become routine. People went through the motions, but their hearts stayed hard. Into that space Jesus came. God made flesh not to abolish the law, but to fulfill it, not to preach moral improvement, but to bring resurrection. Chapter 2. Where to start? That's what change looks like: resurrection, not renovation. And now in our own cultural wilderness, where identity is fractured, truth is fluid, and hope wears thin, the need for real change has never been greater. We have technology, therapy, access to knowledge, but what we lack is transformation. People are anxious, addicted, and disoriented more than ever, and self-help strategies can't break chains forged in the Spirit. You can't discipline a heart that hasn't been touched by God. We need the kind of change that splits seas, that silences storms, that causes dry bones to live. But don't miss this: when God changes you, it's not always visible at first. When David was anointed, he didn't become king that day. He went back to the sheep. When Joseph received his dream, he didn't step into leadership right away. He stepped into slavery. Change began long before results appeared, because transformation in the kingdom starts underground, in the heart, in the unseen, and often it begins in pain. God doesn't change you through comfort, he refines you through fire. He strips away false identities, exposes hidden idols, and crushed illusions of control. Why? Because the change he's after is not behavior, it's identity. Who are you in Christ? Is there something in your life that you value more than God's approval, money, career, your kids, your education? Well, if you value those things more than God's approval, then you're breaking the first commandment: you shall have no other gods before me. You don't think God is it serious when it comes to that command? He's serious about all the commands he gave. So why in the Old Testament did God give us 10 commands, but in the New Testament, Jesus only gave us 2? And we will continue this book in part 3, end of part 2.